Coach, we know how good results-wise this road trip's been, but to be able to close it the right way here tonight, I'd imagine would be significant for your group.
Yeah, it would be a nice thing. This has been a good road trip for us, and oftentimes these are the hardest ones to win when you're on your way home after this game. But there's always something different about playing here, where I'm expecting our guys to have more energy than they've had the entire trip.
All right, thanks a lot.
Good, thank you guys. That was quick.
Kind of put a bow on it.
Ryan, I know we talked about it the other night a little bit about some of the contributions from the blue line, but Mackenzie leading the league in goals among defensemen this year. What have you seen maybe compared to last year that's enabled him to sort of have that explosion off?
I don't really know what the answer would be for that. Mackenzie this year, one thing I guess that stands out if you were to look at his numbers would be he's shooting the puck way more. And I think with him being on his offside with Raz, he gets a lot more opportunities to shoot because I feel like Raz feeds him a lot. So he's not afraid to shoot the puck, which is a good thing. And he's got a sneaky shot where it's not the hardest shot, but he's got a way of getting it away quickly where it makes it difficult for the goalies to read.
There's a skill set too in playing that offside that a lot of guys can't do, but he can successfully. What sort of enables him to do that?
It is a hard thing to do. A lot of times it's feet. You have to be able to position yourself the right way to be able to handle pucks properly, and he's good with his feet. He knows how to do that with his body. I think from probably years of practice too. You get a better idea of how to play that offside. But that to me is the biggest thing for him is. It would be his footwork, I guess, to get himself in the positions that he can handle the puck and make plays with the puck.
Talked to a number of coaches about how they, of course I'm getting a call, how they handle this time of the year when their team is in the rumors, the reports, and all that stuff, and you know what's going on. You can't be blind to it, but you have a day-to-day job to do. So what's your philosophy on how to handle it?
We've been, sorry to cut you off there, but we've been in that situation all year. So for us, it's been about getting them to focus on when you're at the rink, this is your job. Make sure you come here and enjoy your time here, and then you play to the best of your ability. And that's been our expectations from day one. And I've said multiple times that I feel like our leaders have done a great job of making sure that anything that's going on away from our team, they push it aside, and they've done a real good job with that.
Even with some of those leaders being involved in it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, everybody's potentially involved in it all the time. That's the way it is. That's the business, and like I said, I think all you can do is focus on what's right in front of you, and they have a job to do, and that's come and play their very best, and that's all that we can ask of them.
I know we've talked about him a lot, but what's really stood out about the way Jacob's come back out of the break and what he's given your team here over these 3 games?
I don't think it's just after the break. I mean, he was that way for the majority part of the year for us. Like, he was giving us chances to win when maybe our team game wasn't where it needed to be. And he came back with a bit of an attitude or a little bit of fire in his belly, and he's been very consistent with what he's done. I will say I think Jason LaBarber's done an excellent job with him and our other goaltenders this year and working with them and finding the areas where he could build some confidence, but at the same time push them the right way, and I think he's done a real good job with Jake.
As you focus on your own game, what do you notice about the Rangers as they're kind of with a little momentum as well right now?
Yeah, they've won 4 in a row. I think they're up to that point right now, and they're playing good hockey as well. So, this team is an interesting team. They don't give you up a lot, but they've got some high-end skill that if you give them too much room, they're going to make you pay. So this is a night we're looking forward to, and we're expecting to be a good game.
Kind of on the flip side about the trade rumors, you bring in a new player in Kuzmenko, and you're on a road trip right away, so there's no distractions with him back home in Calgary. Has it helped you get to know him a little bit better on the road here?
Sure. I mean, we're around each other a lot more on the road than we would be at home, and I think it's a good thing for a guy to be around his new teammates too, because you're at the hotel, you're at the rink, and that's pretty much it. So it gives him an opportunity to meet some of his new teammates and feel a lot more comfortable probably than he would be if we would be starting at home.
With that as well, have you noticed any guys gravitate toward him a little bit more on the road or try to just show him around even though you aren't at home?
It's a funny thing with him, he gravitates to everyone. Nobody really has to gravitate to him, but the one obvious guy would be Sharon Govich because they do speak the same language a little bit. But other than that, he's been floating around everybody in our room, which is nice to see.
Different year, different team, but what do you remember about the last time the group was here about that game?
It was one of the more intense games that I've been a part of, standing on the bench. It was, you know, a lot of people talked about that as being the game of the year. It had everything in it, and it was a lot of fun to be a part of. There was physicality, there was great skilled plays in the game. The building was awesome. So it was one of those games that I know the players that were involved in it will remember for sure.